Good afternoon from the World Bank's atrium, day 2 of the spring meetings. This morning, the IMF released its flagship publication, World Economic Outlook, or WEO. As widely expected, the WEO downgraded growth forecast for the global economy in many major countries by half a percentage point to a full percentage point, mainly due to the disruption to world trade caused by the tariff war and the negative implication of those on the growth prospect of countries. They then give a very comprehensive and informative description of what went wrong, the disruption to trade and the downward revision of growth. However, looking forward, it is a bit disappointing that they do not have a clear explanation and recommendation of how countries can cope with the situation they are being confronted with. The WEO recommends countries to increase cooperation, to cut back tariffs, and to reduce trade protectionism. All of that is correct, but largely irrelevant given the heightened geopolitical tension and the mistrust between major countries. The WEO also recommends reform and rebalance to achieve a persistent, sustained, and balanced trade by structural reform in many countries to get their domestic imbalances corrected. For example, in the US, balancing saving and investment. In China, balancing between domestic consumption and too much reliance on trade, and so on. Again, correct, but they do not explain how, given the difficult international environment, those countries can reform and achieve what they have tried in the past but failed to do the reform. The one point that I raise is the IMF should promote sustained and balanced trade so that all countries can benefit. It is mentioned a little bit in passing, but in my view should be the key focus, because the IMF really should go back to their roots, the original mandate in the original Bretton Woods Conference in 1944, and really try to find ways to promote sustained and balanced trade so that all countries in the system can benefit without distortion that cause countries to act unilaterally.